Hello, friends, and welcome to 10 Points Under Red, White, and Blue Edition. This is Big a Bullfrog, and joining me today for the first time is somebody who I'm really excited to cast with. The runner-up of the V-Cheese 2 tournament brought a really awesome army to that, and just a cool player overall. I'm sure from what I gather, this is actually my first time really interacting with him. But this is heroscaper2010. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on. I'm really excited to see what kind of, I don't know, just like, insights you bring. Everybody's got their own unique take on the game, and I mean, like, from the I'll try not to gush about it too much, but from the V Cheese 2 build that you brought with Mimring and Arrowgruts and no swags, I think you got a pretty good take on the game, and so I'm excited just to talk over a game with you.
Yeah, I mean, that build wasn't necessarily anything new as far as a style kind of army, because it's just a dragon with Blinding Squad, but yeah, definitely bringing the Arrowgruts in a different style for sure.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a cool take on it. But yeah, so for this game, we're looking at, this is from Season 39, Online Heroscape Season 39. So still, it was a while ago. We're working through the backlog, but so this is a cool game between Chris Perkins and KnightofScape. So basically, Season 39 was essentially it's a Bring 2 format. The special rule for one of the things was like you've got heavy snow, so this will be one of the few games that you see where there's actually heavy snow being used. And then the other one being that between your two armies, you could have, I think it was 100 points. Is that right? Of shared units?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Here for Chris, it was Raylan and Marku in both armies.
Yeah. So you got Raylan Marku. These are both Chris's armies. A nice little kind of sort of mirror match. Kind of sort of.
Yep, you've got the Blinding Squad with Thorgrim, with the Knights, and then you've got the Romans and Marcus on the Einar side, and then you've got your Wait and Fire squads, and then the Guilty McCreech for the Jandar side, and Johnny Shotgun on the Einar side.
Yeah, so you got your melee, your bonding, your hero, your Wait and Fire, your cowboy, Raylan Marcus.
Shotgun special attack, yeah.
I think it's awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this one goes down too. I don't know if you've got any strong thoughts going into it as to which army might have an edge here, or
the Knights are obviously the stronger bonding squad here, but then when you look at the 10th squad, you've got Marcus, who can really do some damage with the 10th. And the Romans, I'm not really looking forward to seeing too much out of them, but I mean, they can still get their 4-6 defense with Raylan when they stack up. So they can do the same things as the Knights, but as they dwindle, they'll start to become a little less viable.
I think that's a good take on it. Definitely Knights as far as the bonding squad goes, but then you've also got like the Wait Them Fire aspect of it as well, which I don't. Okay, actually, I guess that's a big topic, right? Which one do you prefer, 10th or 4th?
I think a lot of people prefer 10th, just because the army builds you can do, you're just a little more free to add in whatever you want. Marcus does a really good job of helping them. Here, you're not going to see the 4th mass bonus, the Valiant bonus. So I think you have to like the 10th in this matchup at least. But you can do some cool things. The 10th really needs something to be able to add to their army that, flattens their matchups. But obviously that would make them pretty powerful, and no one wants to do that. So
right, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But I think that's a good point though about with the 4th not having their bonus and the 10th actually getting a bonus from Marcus as well, so they'll have 6 move. I do think that in this matchup they'll have a little bit more going for them. But yeah, let's see. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this game and see what the players think of it.
interesting order markers to start off from each side, each player playing a little differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got 3 on 10th Raylan, and then double Knights Murphy 4th. So Chris isn't even going to be moving his Raylan.
Which is interesting, right? Because, I mean, what are you going to do with her? I guess you just sit the 4th right into her, and you can still shoot Wannock. Valda is interesting in this matchup, just with the weight and fire. It's not really... most of the time you're just going to be sitting back, but we'll see here.
Yeah, it does look like KnightofScape wants to push out a bit more. I'm actually pretty not weight then fiery for a weight then fire squad
right
over here. I'm sure Chris's plan, if he's not moving Raylan, he probably just wants to like take this spot, maybe if he's lucky take this spot as well, and just be like, yeah I'll shoot at you.
Right, this is like a little game of chicken almost.
That's a good way to describe it.
Neither army really wants to move forward too much, but one of them's going to have to. I think that's what Chris is going to do here with Murphy, is just kind of draw KnightofScape in.
That makes sense, yeah, because you can use that 7 range to kind of like bring him in. And actually, with that said, I wonder if that's why KnightofScape is going a little bit faster with his 10th. Just because, like, if it is a game of chicken, maybe if he, like, instead of sitting back here, like Chris is doing on his mirror side, if he just kind of, like, pushes up here and then sits outside of range, he can kind of, like, move up here and have maybe a little bit more pressure long term. I'm not sure. Looks like he's just going for Valda, too.
That'll help. That'll help position him really well early on.
Wow.
This is super aggressive, though.
Yeah, this is way aggressive.
Way out of Raylan Zara.
True. Although he does have shots on these guys who are outside of Raylan Zara as well, though.
That's true. The trades could be there. Yep, those are the shots he's taken.
Makes sense. I actually like this kind of like sneak from behind and catch you off guard a little bit, because I'm sure Chris was not expecting this.
No, you don't really expect that play, that's for sure. The bum rush out of the revolutionary squads.
Yeah. This is the classic, but I don't want to wait then fire play.
Yeah. Which the 10th are a little bit better at doing than the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like we pointed out, Marcus helps them get to Valda, and then Valda helps them get to that height, all in just 2 turns. So,
yeah, it's a really strong couple of turns coming out, and this is actually like this, even just this plateau here of the 3s, that matches anything that Chris can get right outside of his start zone.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if he doesn't have Raylan, it'll still be 2v2s, which it's not great. I'm not super optimistic about 2v2s, but also Chris only has 2 spots that he can do that from.
Right.
So right now it's 2v3s, which is a bit nicer. And there's the Raylan.
Yeah. Can he get there?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Valda. Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Right, Valda. Yep.
I forgot about Valda for a second.
I did too. Nope. That I was literally just counting the 6 spaces, and I was like, he can't get. That's the spot you want Raylan at, and I was like, he can't get there. And then, yep, Valda.
Yeah, no, that was great.
That's super strong, and he can cover those snow spaces, the level 4s.
Oh yeah, he can.
And Chris can't get there.
1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can totally get on those spaces too with Valda.
Is that level 0 then even, or is that engaged
down here? Yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
Let's see. Level 4.
1, 2. I think it is. As long as they're height 5, which I believe they are.
Yeah. Of course, he could just come with the ice too, but he'll want to stay within Raylan Zara.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Interestingly, he can't get to that second snow space in 1 turn. The first one he can engage, but the second one, because there's that double water.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
He can't engage that right away.
Get there, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can't come up this way either. It's not with the knight.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I actually really like. This isn't how I expected the game to go,
No,
but
this is not how I
I like
expected
this
this game to go.
foresight from KnightofScape to be like, yeah, I can hop on Velda, I can get Raylan right here, I can cover, this area. I think that was really well planned out from him.
We'll see if he takes that snow space. Not even using the Romans, like
Right.
so you just see like obviously Thorgrim's there, so Thorgrim will give a couple of the knights and one of the fourth masts there a defensive bonus
Mm-hmm.
along with Raylan, so that's nice to have. You'll have 7 defense knights and 1 5 defense fourth.
Yeah, that'll definitely help. But he's also like not getting the attacks that he wants. Well, I guess you'll have, let's see, 3v5s, I guess, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't terrible, but
KnightofScape is choosing to reinforce here more than take that level 4 snow. I'd like to see him take that space that we talked about that Chris can't get engaged to.
listen.
Yeah. Just because then you do have that height advantage. And he's not waiting firing here anyways. But the reinforcements are nice too.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a good balance to go for there. I like some of the reinforcements. I don't think you've got like enough turns to spend getting these two up there as well. But
Right.
yeah, I agree. I'd love to see this guy come right here. Nice, there
Perfect.
he goes. And then if this next turn goes well, he can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can get some good weight them fire shots off and potentially just profit.
Yeah, these are going to be tough shots for Chris. He either moves to get the even ground and loses the weight and fire, or he shoots up into what will it be? I mean, 5 defense.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather see that level 4 guy shoot at. Well, these are level 3 shots anyway. These are height shots. So.
Right, not bad. Chris is now down to 1 squad of 4th.
Yeah, not how you wanted this game to start if you're Chris.
Right. And he could wait then fire. If he does, he's only got shots off on these forward to 10th. Which, I mean, that I guess killing 2 would still be good if you're doing 3v5s.
And it's probably the most you're going to kill anyway.
Right, so...
Even if you do have even ground and all that.
Yeah, it's probably what he goes for, I'd guess, but...
Yep.
Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. It's a nice kill.
That 4th one in the north then won't have a shot.
Oh, that's true.
He actually does have this last one.
Oh, he does, yeah. I counted that wrong.
You would like to hit that just because instead of 3 attacks, then Knight would only have 2. Of course, he could move that 1 off the glyph after reinforcing if he were to have lost that 3rd Knight or 3rd 10th. But he'll just go ahead and reinforce here and then use the other 3.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Just keep hitting, keep picking away. It's like, it's super risky because if these 10th don't do enough damage, which I think so far they're trading pretty well, but if they like have a couple bad turns and it doesn't go through for KnightofScape, then like you mentioned, he hasn't touched the Romans, and I just kind of
positioning is awful. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Romans not the best for cleanup.
Yeah, your map control is underwhelming if the 10th go down.
But if he keeps trading like he has been, then I think he'll really like his position. There's another 4th down. And another one. Okay. So only 2 left for Chris.
And he has to move too.
Yeah. Oh, that's really big.
I was thinking on KnightofScape's previous turn that he should retake that level 4, but then I was thinking, if he hits these shots, then he disables the weight and fire.
Mm-hmm.
If he stays back, of course. So that was a good play. I think I agree with that. Because you can take the level 4 now.
Yeah, now that the shots are down for Chris. Ouch. Okay, Chris does have 1 attack from height here. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if Chris's last order marker is on the 4th as well.
It's going to be very, that'll be rough if it is. He may not even have a turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that really hurt for him. And so I wonder if he put one on Murphy?
You would love to see that, but that would be some crazy foresight.
Right, yeah. I do remember seeing 1 order marker on Murphy. I don't remember where the other ones were. I don't remember if there was another one on like Knights or if it was like 3 on 4th or what it was, but the potential's there. So honestly, watching this game it is giving me Sir Heroscape vibes, because this is totally how Sir Heroscape plays against me all the time.
Yeah, this is domination so far out of Knight. Just really good opening moves on this map. For me, when I played this map, I moved actually through the water spaces on the north side. I played the dwarfs, the shield smiths on this map.
Oh, nice.
So there's a lot of just trenching through the waters, and then I put Concan on that level 3 right next to Wannock, and then a dwarf on Wannock. It was just very hard for my opponent to be able to retake that.
That'll do
it, 6 defense dwarfs, and then of course I was also putting some on that 7 hex behind the 2 hex ruin, so that he couldn't move through Concan to get to that area.
Oh,
without
nice.
taking an engagement attack. So he was attacking up to the dwarfs on height and attacking up to Concan and having to deal with the Concan boosted dwarf on Wannock. Those dwarfs are really fun to play. They're kind of expensive at 80 points for 3 figures, but they're fun to play. You don't get to roll that much defense very often without Raylan.
Yeah, it's true. They're super beefy. They're one of my favorite VC squads, for sure. Oh, one on that shotgun. Not quite what he wanted right there. Oh, nice. I'm pulling back his 10th to that spot that you like.
Yep.
That I like too. Not to just say it's.
Yeah. You don't usually see your opponent on that spot. At least you don't want your opponent on that spot right outside your start zone.
Yeah, right?
Usually you want to control that spot. Of course, it takes like 3 turns to get Q9 up there or something like that. Something crazy ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a big amount. Which I think is why this map was so popular back in the day. Because I know this used to be a tournament staple.
Well, yeah, you don't see this map very often, so to be able to see it played like this, I get why KnightofScape did it. I mean, you're just much faster going down outside the left of your start zone, and then using it like this. Obviously, Chris underestimated Valda here, probably.
Yeah, I guess so. From his opening moves, I don't think he was expecting this at all, and was expecting to play a pretty standard
game of chicken.
Yeah,
this was not a game of chicken. This was a bum rush.
If this was a game of chicken, KnightofScape won, and he's just like, I'm going for it.
That's for sure. He's still got, a squad of useful. Well, honestly, that 1/10 on the glyph has done his job.
Yeah, now he loses one.
He can still help with the Romans and everyone else, but realistically, he's done his job. If he wants to come off the glyph, he can do so.
There's a dead Murphy too.
Losing Murphy is going to be rough.
Yeah. And if he... I mean, now he can just start sniping at knights, and the knights are going to be forced to come in.
Yeah. There's just no good way to retake this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would maybe... Well, even if you take Wannock, then Marcus there, it doesn't really matter too much. You're not losing too much if you give it up.
Yeah,
you're losing about 3.3 points every round.
Is that what it is? That sounds right.
Yeah.
Oh, and order marker 3 on Murphy there. So lost his turn. Now KnightofScape doesn't have to worry about grouping up. He can just sit there. He can't be engaged in a turn by the knights.
Yeah. I would love to read the battle report on this game.
Yeah.
I think I did. Honestly, I think I did. I'm recalling Chris did write the battle report on this. And yeah, he was not thrilled with the turnout. Those whiffs hurt so much. Oh, the one defense from Thorgrim, but it doesn't help.
Right. Yeah, KnightofScape still just has so much in the barrel left for this one.
And there's just no way to retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
If Chris, like, even if he, he can get knights a little farther up, still within Raylan Zara, but you still have just a ton of stuff to deal with. You'd have a wait then fire, even if you move the knights forward. You'd have, even if somehow you get to the 10th and you killed all of them without losing anything, you have everything else to deal with. Which, I mean, I guess at that point it would be almost a tied game, but
right, almost. You do still have Johnny up here, and so that's a decent edge where you can still shoot guys coming in, but yeah, and like this narrow pathway that kind of keeps the knights from flowing in as well as they'd like to. It's not. Oh, hey, Marku. All right, I like it.
Is it the best way to take this turn, though? I don't know. I mean, it's an attack that you're not going to get otherwise, I suppose.
Right, yeah, and like on this space specifically, Marku is in Raylan Zara, and so if the 10th try to wait then fire Marku, it's probably not great.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Marku can heal himself while he kills 10th, so as far as Hail Mary moves go, I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah. A timely eternal hatred is probably due, as always.
There's a nice little retreat there.
And a really good use of that 3 hex.
Mm-hmm.
Something that he couldn't do on the other side.
Yeah, that actually, so he's grabbed there. Can't get any even ground.
Nope.
So, really good. I'm really impressed with how KnightofScape is reading the map on this one.
He also baits Marku out of Raylan Zara, so it's just not fun. You're going to have a melee defense as well. Melee defense, height, and Raylan 6 defense for the regiment.
It's fine.
And then you have 3 wait then fires on the return of 4 V1. Yeah, that's not ideal here. I like that. You at least force the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Although at that point you just engage. You can get 3 adjacent to him.
Yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swing this one around to there. Swing that one there. Yeah, you can get easy 3, 4 V1s.
Not sure why he didn't take that one space, but it's not going to matter too much.
Yeah, probably not. I'm not sure why either, but that's still probably a dead Marku.
Yep. Even if he rolls the shield here.
There you go. So it was it's a little bit of time that he bought, kind of, sort of. He killed 1/10 with Marku, so that's for a 20-point figure, not terrible.
Not bad. It's actually not even his points worth, but
That's true, yeah.
it's slightly under. Slightly under.
One of those rare times when Marku doesn't get his points worth out of a game. But I mean, it was a Hail Mary move too, so probably not expecting to get its points worth. You're just kind of hoping at that point.
Marku never gets his points worth for me.
Oh, really?
I'm always. He either sits in his start zone, and sure, he can get his points worth there. Chris writing us a little note for the viewer, for us and the rest of the viewers.
Yeah. No, he's not wrong there. and Raylan tying to a 3 and a whiff. Man.
Yeah. What was that 3-0 on?
The 3-0? That was on Raylan.
Oh, okay. Yikes. So she already had 2 wounds on her. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. No.
And remarkably, nobody else dies after Raylan's gone, but Chris loses initiative.
He might lose all the knights right here.
He could. He very well could.
He might not take a turn this whole round. But it doesn't even matter. Even if he does take a turn, he doesn't have anything to engage the 10th with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the 10th still get weight than fire from high ground because he can't even... Well, I guess he could get even ground with, like, if he chose to take a level 2 of level 2, but yeah.
That's if this one even survives.
Right.
Which is why KnightofScape, there's the kill.
There's another kill, yep. So, hey, at least Thorgrim gives a defense buff, you know? At least he's got that going for him.
I'm not sure what he's doing there with that second knight.
The one in the water?
Yeah. Are knights level or height 4? I think they actually are.
Oh, they might be. I'm not sure.
Or are they height 5? Pulling up the wonderful HACCS app.
Oh, there you go. I love that app.
They are a medium 5.
Oh, okay.
But
and there's the problem with the knights, especially without Gilbert, you can just be like, all right, I'll move back like 2 spaces and now you can't engage me again.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't ever catch him.
Or yeah, uphill.
And you see the problem with that knight placement now is that he's going to have to take 2 turns to put him in the water that Thorgrim's on, and then another turn to get him out of it, and then he's still not even engaged.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I would like to see the knight go on the ice. It doesn't matter too much, but you're seeing it kind of matter.
And these night rolls, though. Okay, there we go.
Chris should be rolling an extra die here, shouldn't he?
Yeah, it was just actually, yeah, you should have had 5 there. Come on, Thorgrim. Or come on, Chris, you got to remember Thorgrim. You're one small bonus going into this fight.
This is rough.
Yeah, he's just separating them out now. Oh, hey, there you go.
He did roll that extra shield.
He heard us. Yeah, now the 10th can... I mean, like, he could just run back with the 10th again, or heck, he could even just move them in.
I would just engage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have... Yeah.
Because, like, especially at this point, he's getting at most 2 attacks if he's super lucky. And you're probably still not too worried about that because you've got Raylan, melee defense, high ground. Oh, but he's just gonna...
I mean, yeah, you could engage 3 with Thorgrim right there, and then the one he's moving right now, you could have just left him there to take a shot at the knight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you control that 2 hex space in front of the ruin. You control the surrounding spaces around Thorgrim. You have your melee attack. You have Raylan.
Right, yeah, you've got everything.
Nothing's going wrong, basically.
Right, yeah, and even if, like, it does go terribly and you do lose, like, say even if he kills all your 10th there, you've still got your Romans back here, Marcus, your own Marku, Johnny.
You don't love these attacks either. Like, that one's gonna bleed through, but... And this one might bleed through too,
Well,
but...
yeah. Wow,
That
oh
one
my
might bleed
gosh.
through too.
Oh, man.
Thorgrim might go down in one turn. There's no way, right?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if Thorgrim went down in one turn to attacks of 2, that would just be like salt in the wound for Chris.
KnightofScape could have had him there though, right?
Mhm.
Like those defensive rolls with attacks of 3, or they would have been attacks of 4 actually.
Mhm. Yeah, I think he definitely could have had that there. And like, let's see, 3 4v4s. That's pretty good. And then you'd have at least one more 3v4 as well.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see. Takes initiative. I wonder, does he charge now or does he keep pulling back?
I think he has to charge now. You have 2 lives to wound.
Right.
But you actually don't have Valda here. You could take it. You could take Valda.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Kind of goofy at
Or
this
maybe,
point.
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess he could just like come back to here, come back to here. Maybe charge in with 1. Don't know that you need to though.
Oh,
Yeah, he's scattering still.
This is just taunting. We have rifles, you have swords. You brought a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the 10th brought their real bullets, and the 4th brought some rubber bullets to this matchup, though.
Yeah, they did.
This was... They brought their Nike shoes, too. I don't know what they were wearing, boots back then, but that's not what they were wearing at the start of this matchup.
Actually, I love
I
that.
guess in Valhalla, you just ask Agent Carr for a couple of 2080 Nikes, and he gives them to you. The Boston Massacre. Humble request.
Humble request.
I think Chris has that history wrong, right? Like, wasn't the Boston Massacre... Or no, the Boston Massacre was a killing of... What? Wait.
I'll be honest, my history is terrible, so I'm not sure who massacred who in the Boston Massacre.
I'm not sure either. No, I'm questioning myself.
But it's fine. He's got it. He's got a knight. Knights are the best unit in the game, right?
Yeah, Chris has his history right. That's about the only thing he had right during this whole matchup. I'm sorry, Chris. Chris knows that I love playing with him, and I love him as a player, but this was... He got outplayed. Just, I don't know who placed first or who had that, but KnightofScape knew what he wanted to do, and he did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he pulled it off. I mean, that's the last shot. That's the game, and wow.
Yeah.
That's a crazy game. But yeah, I mean, like, just like you were saying, I think Chris just got outplayed. I mean, KnightofScape, he recognized the advantages going in. He's like, I've got Valda on my side. I've got fast redcoats. I can get Raylan here. I can pull all this off, make it a quick game. And I think it was a good choice too, because if it's a slower game, honestly, I think Chris is one of the best players out there for the slower games. And
he's really good at slow playing, yeah.
Yeah, so I think if it went that way, then he's definitely got the edge there. But if you catch him turn 1 by sniping guys in the start zone and then just like push your advantage from there, yeah, it's gonna win.
Yeah. When did he move Raylan out? Was that turn, was that round 1 that he had order marker 3 on Raylan, or was that?
Yeah, that was
Order marker 3 round 1.
Or round 1.
So, round 1, turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the foresight, like he knew, I'm going after Valda. I'm going to have these shots on Chris from this height position, right outside his start zone, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like he just knew what he was doing. He did it, and the execution was, I mean, yeah.
It was top notch, yeah. And just like really good map recognition. I mean, yeah, like you said, he had a plan. I think the another thing that really went well for that too was since he caught Chris off guard, he was able to kind of get Chris to fumble his order markers a bit. Not a ton, Chris was doing pretty well with that, but Chris was definitely having
there throughout the game.
Yeah, he lost a few, but like, I mean, he was definitely Chris was definitely having less effective order markers throughout the game, where KnightofScape was just able to go 10th, 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 the whole, like he had the one order marker on Raylan, and the rest of the time he was just using 10th. And he was picking off 4th at first, and then killed Murphy pretty quickly, and so he was able to make it so that Chris just didn't have great answers for his, not just map wise, but even order marker wise. It was really working.
And you ask yourself, like, why was it that Chris didn't have very good order markers? Well, it's because he can't do anything with the knights. Mm-hmm. Like, where his knights were positioned, they can't get to the 10th in one turn. So even if he moves them there, the 10th just take a couple of shots and 2 of them are dead. And then your next order marker, you only have half of the efficiency that you want. So it's just like, there's not much you can do. I think if you're Chris, if you had to redo this matchup over, which I'm sure he would not want to do, but if he did, I'm sure he jumps in the water and just tries to contest Valda a little bit more, maybe. I think, I don't know. I don't know what you do there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point, because especially where they're, both of these armies are basically, not basically, but fairly close to being the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you do when you've got this side of the board, because you can't really, you can jump in the water to try to push Valda, but that's still going to be slow, because that still means
it's super not ideal if you lose initiative, and KnightofScape knows what he's doing, because you put 4 in the water and the KnightofScape has Valda and 4 shots on the 4 in the water.
He's like, yeah, you stay in that water. I'll take that.
Yeah, and then you never get out of it. You just have to either keep pushing or push the other way, and then it becomes the same thing it did here. So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, wow, man, that was probably one of the more exciting Wait Then Fire squad action that you'll see, especially in this like kind of sort of mirror match.
One of the more just dominant like map decision making, like I've never seen like someone make it as good decisions on a map as KnightofScape did here.
Right, yeah.
Take advantage of a map and just exploited it. Mm-hmm. Which is maybe why this map isn't used very often, but
it could be. It could be because of games like this. Like, I mean, I guess if you have Valda plus range on one side, you maybe saw that a lot. I'm not sure. I mean, I wasn't playing tournaments back when this map was being used a lot, but could very well could be. But yeah, I enjoyed the game though. I feel bad for Chris.
Absolutely.
But
I feel bad for Chris too, because he is such a good player.
He is.
And I think the community probably knows that this was not his top game, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he got the cast 1 for me, and now I got the cast 1 for him. Mine was a little closer, but
that's true.
We play a ton. So I have a lot of respect, and he's taught me a lot of things about the game. So
that's cool. Yeah.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, Chris is a great player. He's super fun to play with, and if you're playing with him a lot, I'm sure that helps a bunch, because
it does. He was one of the ones that played a bunch against my Mimring Arrograt army before the Vichi's tournament.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, he just taught me like little things. He plays Squahone a lot, of course,
with
with spiders, and it was like we played so many matchups. Memory wasn't having the hottest die rolls, but I was also like making little mistakes. And like things about Quahun is if you can just engage her with like one arrow grut to prevent her lightning strike without a leaving engagement attack, like she would have to take a leaving engagement attack to get a better lightning strike. So you just throw one arrow grut. You don't care about your 15 arrow gruts. So you just throw one arrow grut at her to prevent a 3-man lightning strike hitting arrow gruts and Raylan or whatever. And you force either that leaving engagement attack or losing an arrow grut. But it's just a lot more optimal than, and he taught me that, which is something you can use against, Quahun however you want. It doesn't matter if it's arrow gruts or whoever else.
Right, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like that's a great point, and that's cool that Chris taught you the weaknesses of the army that he was taking.
Oh man, what was it? It was the March event. We played a ton against each other. The live March event.
Oh yeah,
we played a ton of practice games against each other, and then I got matched again. He showed me his army, and then I got matched against him, and I made my final army decision based on what his army was. And then I just beat him, and I was like, "Oh man, I feel so bad."
What you get for being nice, or for being a nice guy, Chris.
But this was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, this is a great game. Great players. I enjoy watching KnightofScape play. Chris is always a great player. I mean, like we've been saying, the map awareness, the decisions. Good, really good game to showcase that, I think. So I'm glad we got this one. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this one, heroscaper2010.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll hope to do it again soon.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to have you on again. Let's see, before we sign off, do you have anything you'd like to say, share, etc.?
Yeah, to the viewers, just keep learning, keep watching these. These are great. You do a great job. The co-casters do a great job. There's always something you can learn from each of these maps, even if you didn't play in them. So yeah, just keep watching, keep learning, analyze your own gameplay. Watching that game yesterday that you posted, the one of mine, I learned so much from that. And I was like live editing my post from watching it. And so yeah, there's always stuff you can learn. No game is ever perfect, even if you're one of the best players, Doc, Dysel, whoever else. They all learn from every single one of their matches. You can put your figures in the best position to win, and the dice will handle themselves most of the time. There's that saying that like low skill players are like 20% skill, 80% luck. Average players are like 50-50 or 60-40, 40-60. And then the high skill players are like 80% skill and 20% luck. So
I like that saying. I like those ratios. That's a good way to think of it. But yeah. Thanks again so much for joining for this one. Really glad to have you on, and thank you, of course, viewers, for viewing. Hope you guys enjoyed the game as much as we did. Hopefully, you enjoyed it more than Chris Perkins did. But yeah, that'll be us for today. Remember what a glorious world it is that we live in, and this will be 10 points under and out.